When you got the Hall of Fame call,
Yeah.
what ran through your mind first?
Nah. 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 I'm like, nah.
You
Just
say,
say, hello?
who?
Nah.
I've always felt like, that's the place. If you're really what you are, you got to go to New York.
I want to be on Broadway. Like, I want to represent that. I want to represent what New York means to the world.
It has been wonderful, all of it, to watch you start when you started and the way you've ended your career in basketball.
Absolutely.
But moving on in life, it's just been wonderful.
Thank you, brother.
You won 3 Olympic gold medals, set 13 Olympic records, always in the conversation for America's greatest international player ever, one of the most prolific scorers the NBA has ever seen, and the foundation of a legendary NBA career. Just wonderful. The thing I like about this is we ever get a chance to just take a look back.
Yeah.
We're always going forward, but we get to sit down now and take a look back at how we got here.
Absolutely.
Which is really a cool thing. So now you were born in Brooklyn, raised on that New York energy, always had that sort of thing. And when you look back at those early days in Red Hook and Baltimore, what was fueling that dream of making it out of there?
I think New York, when I was growing up in New York, I left New York when I was 8, 9 years old. But you still go through so much within that 8, 9 years of being in New York. You're talking about being in New York, in Brooklyn, in Red Hook in the 80s. As a kid, you going through that. You don't know what's going on. You don't have no wherewithal of what's happening, but you understand the environment that you in. But it's not until I got to Baltimore is when I really was like, I'm surviving. I'm learning survival tactics. I'm learning how to look over my shoulder. I'm learning how to become a man even way before I even had to, right? So you're seeing things that no 12, 10, 11-year-olds should be seeing.
Right.
So for me, it was just about, man, I gotta get out of my situation. You watching family, you watch your mom's working 2 jobs, you're in a 3-bedroom apartment with 9 people. Like I never knew anything other than that. I was comfortable within my environment. But basketball, football, baseball, sports has always been like my conduit, like to getting up out of there. But I didn't have no dreams of making it to the NBA or being a professional football player. I love baseball. Baseball was like my first love that I just fell in love with it. And I actually thought I was gonna play baseball. Basketball, like once I got serious with it and people were telling me, oh, he's good, he's talented. As I started to get older and more confident in basketball, I didn't believe it until we won the national championship.
And then it all came together. Wow. So now, it seemed to me that sometimes, even as a kid that growing in this area, did you never dreamed of playing at Madison Square Garden? That was never one of your dreams? It's like, man, I want to play in there.
So I'm gonna tell you what I used to come to the Garden for. Wrestling.
Yeah.
My mom was a still is a diehard wrestling fan. And we used to come to the Garden to watch the wrestling matches. So it was always this energy in the Garden as a kid. Like that was heaven, when it came to sports and basketball and entertainment. So you knew about it,
yeah.
But you just couldn't fathom the fact that you would be, that dream, that was too big of a dream.
I imagine that the first time you played there, you had flashbacks of all of that.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Coming back, my first time in the Garden, I think it was a McDonald's game. At that time, I understood the assignment. Like I'm the #1 player in high school, coming to New York, playing in Madison Square Garden. Like it's showtime. It's time to shine. This is time to show everybody what we doing over here and how we get down in New York. Like
right.
At that point in time, so that was the first time, and it was just family. Friends, neighborhoods. Like everybody was coming up to New York to watch. That game. So I did feel like that was like a home game for me. So to go from there, having that experience, and then my first college game, a couple months after that, is in the Garden too. So it was a hell of an experience coming back and like stamping myself in the Garden.
A lot of people don't understand that Madison Square Garden has the most knowledgeable fans
Indeed.
of any place I've ever seen. And when I say knowledgeable, that they can either inspire you to be great every single night that you come there, that's your inspiration, or they can boo you out of that building if you ain't no good.
Absolutely.
And that's a wonderful thing. You had that every night.
Well, I wanted it.
Yes,
You know, I think to your point, like that's the difference. Again, at that point, I understood the assignment. Like I'm looking at Broadway. I want to be on Broadway. Like I want to represent that. I want to represent what New York means to the world. What New York means to New York is like wearing New York Knicks across my chest and holding it down for the New York Knicks, like and taking whatever comes with that. You know, the good, bad, or indifference, and you enjoy that experience. And I think for me, the difference was that I wanted to be here, and a lot of people don't want to be here. And sometimes those bright lights is too bright for people.
A lot of times it's too bright for people. But I've always felt like, you know, that's the place. If you're really what you are, you got to go to New York.
Yeah, and I was ready to prove that. I mean, again, at that time, I was what, 7.5, 8 years in. Like I was ready to take that step and come on this stage and prove it to everybody and prove that I can be here in New York and prove that I can withstand and I can be the opposite of what a lot of athletes that came to New York was. You know, a lot of athletes folded in New York, a lot of athletes in every sport.
Yes,
right? So
every sport.
And I told myself, no matter what, I don't care how hard it get, I don't care how bad it get, I'm not folding. I would not be those athletes.
Do you remember what it was like the first time you played here?
My first as a Knick?
As a Knick.
Yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks game. Yeah, I remember flying in, getting in 5:30 in the morning. You leaving one city to come to another city in the middle of the season. I guess people don't understand how hard and difficult that is. And to go from Denver to New York, right? That's a totally, completely different market and mindset that you have to have. So I remember getting off that plane and not getting no sleep and running and walking out till I'm coming home.
What about the electricity of you walking out?
Yeah,
after
that was different.
Whole long day and getting there and the whole thing and you're trying to figure the whole thing, but walking out in that Knick uniform, what was that like?
It wasn't nothing like it, never ever. In the locker room, it's like you intimidating, like you walk in the locker room for the first time, knowing that you gotta put that Knick uniform on, you understand what comes with that. So I understood that, and it just made me happy to like, damn, finally, this is my chance.
You didn't look at it as a burden.
No.
You looked at it as something that was going to just
I looked at
wind beneath your
wings.
Honestly,
the way I looked at it, it was about me coming to New York, getting this community back on fire. People could leave New York and represent New York and feel good about representing New York again and represent New York, the New York Knicks again. That was my mentality. Like, I want to come out here. You supposed to perform out here? Then perform. Like, that's what you're supposed to do.
You know, when I watch you play, I could see you took it personal. This is where you came from. This is your team.
The personal part came because I once was a player who came to New York to play against New York, right? So you watch all the greats and you watch all the players and they come to the Garden and they eyes get wide open. Like, you know, it's like, holy, this is New York, we gotta perform. Everybody feels like that. And for me, I was like, nah, we're not gonna allow that to happen anymore. Like, when you come to New York, you coming to play. You know you're gonna compete, you know you're gonna have to, you know, bring your A game that night and may the best man win. So I wanted to change the narrative and the culture when it came to that.
You also could tell the difference between the crowd, couldn't you?
Oh,
20,000 people that they know when to cheer and when to boo.
Yeah, the crowd was different.
And they would boo.
The crowd was different, but again, as a fan of the sport, you watch Knicks games, and even when you're not on the team, you watch Knicks games. You watch when the New York Knicks play because it's New York and it's showtime.
You have done things what very few people have ever done. And I mentioned it just a little bit earlier. 4 Olympics, 3 gold medals. What does wearing USA across your chest mean to you?
USA wearing that is different. When you're talking about playing for your country, it's a different level of pride that you're dealing with. You know, you're not just dealing with, you know, a local city or your team city, you're dealing with the whole country. You're putting all the burden of what that country is dealing with on your shoulders. And when you understand that, it gives you a deeper appreciation for winning Team USA.
I read somewhere where you said that the Olympics brought back the joy of basketball for you. Why was that stage so special?
It's the world stage. I'm not playing against the Boston Celtics. Like, I'm playing against China. I'm playing against Australia. I'm playing against, you know, Spain. Like, we're playing countries. So it's like pride. It's like pride versus pride. And then the talent and the skill set kicks in.
So when you think about the Hall of Fame now, how big a part of that story is your Team USA journey?
It's a major part of it because I'm not in the Hall of Fame without it. It's all encompassing of one another. So my NBA career is hand in hand with my Team USA career, because I couldn't be in this situation as a Hall of Famer if I didn't have one or the other. When
you got the Hall of Fame call,
yeah,
what ran through your mind first?
Nah. Nah. I'm like, nah, this ain't, hello?
Who?
Nah, nah, no way. Now? You know, it's too soon, like it's,
right.
But I grabbed the phone and sat down. And I'm sitting at my table in my dining room and just like listening. My whole career, not even NBA, my whole career flashed right there. It gave me a whole different perspective after that.
Now, who was the first person you reached out to after hearing the news?
My son.
What did he say?
Nah. You know, these young guys, man, this younger generation is different. He's like, nah, for real, Dad? Nah, you goated. You goated. Like, you know, they got a different lingo today.
Yeah,
so, you know, my son, I call my daughter, call my mom, you know, my mom and my brothers.
When in doubt, stay mellow. Peace.
Now, you've always said you wanted your game to speak for itself. Do you feel like this honor validated that approach?
Yes, 100%. I never judge nobody. I don't judge people anyway, but I take a look at an individual or somebody's career, and I look at the whole career.
Yes.
And then at the end, I can tell you which type of player he was, right, and where he stand at within this realm of basketball. That's just from my perspective. That's how I look at it. Like, I look at the journey. I want to see the journey. And when I look at my journey, it's ups, downs, success, failures, perseverance. Like, it's a whole story that goes with that. So it allows me to appreciate being validated by the Naismith Hall of Fame, because it just shuts that door and it's like, hey, if you really want to judge it or talk about it, then go behind the door and watch the whole career.
It is a journey.
It's a journey.
Like life.
Life is a journey.
Yeah.
And being consistent, right? And no matter what, I think for me it was about just being consistent.
Right.
Staying consistent, getting better each year, staying consistent.
What do you want people to remember when they hear the name Carmelo Anthony?
I don't want to just say, oh, I did it my way, because I did do it my way, but I did it in the way that was respectable, honorable. Somebody who went through a journey, you know, had a journey in his career. Somebody who stood tall on his beliefs. Somebody who never wavered in throughout his career, right? Who a lot of people wouldn't have been able to walk in those shoes that I walked in. It puts me at joy, and I'm happy to, like, now that I can reflect back and have a real body of work to talk about.
Right.
But also move forward and be content or be happy with how that was. And now I don't have to worry about that no more.
Right.
Like, that door is shut. I'm moving on.
That way.
I'm moving forward. I'm propelling.
Yes. So I got a couple rapid fire ones, right? I'm gonna ask you a couple questions real quick and you answer them for me, all right? Best single moment in the Knicks uniform?
62 points.
Toughest defender you ever faced?
Toughest defender.
There wasn't one.
There wasn't
Favorite
one.
Olympic
Team
moment?
defenses. Team defenses.
Right. Favorite Olympic moment?
08. 08 gold medal.
One word for Madison Square Garden?
Legendary.
One word for New York?
Mecca.
If you could say one thing to Knicks fans today, what would it be?
Thank you.
And I thank you, brother.
My God. Appreciate you, man.
Man, you too.
Thank
man.
you,
I'm
brother.
telling you, it's been wonderful to watch all them 19 years.
It's been a long time.
Wilbur, ask Carmelo. You remember when he was talking and you barked on the stage back? Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
He was part of your speech.
I know.
That's why. So he wanted to say hello, but when he barked, he was barking because he was like, my man.
Hold on to that voice. It will be tested. The dogs is barking. The dogs is barking. The dogs is barking.
Oh, okay, that was the energy.
Yeah.
See, I said that. I figured that was the energy.
All right, I just wanted you to meet
You
him in
felt that
person.
energy, Wilbur.
All right, Wilbur, thanks a lot.
Oh, my God.